We'll be talking about landing page for a tax accounting business. So this is going to be a high converting landing page, and currently it's tax season, and not just only for tax accounting businesses. If you're a service provider, this landing page is also going to be very good for you. So take for example, now this is our box that's going to represent our landing page here. Don't mind my box, it might be crooked. And so you might be asking, what's a landing page? A landing page is used to collect leads or information where you send users to in order for you to collect leads. Take for example, now you're running ads and you want to send your potential clients to submit information or whatnot. So a landing page is used for sales and used to collect leads in order for you to communicate with them later or book a call with them. They'll book a call with you so you can talk to them right immediately. So now in a landing page, there are two most important things, right? Which is the header and we have the footer. So sorry, I've covered the footer anyway. So the footer is always under, right? So now in a landing page, this is not your typical website page. So your website page, you might see logo and other pages at the top. For a landing page, you would make sure that the users do not see the the page, because the reason for that is when they get on that page, there is no reason for them to leave there until they are done with what you send them here to do. So the first thing is you can just put your logo here, and the logo might not be clickable, just your logo. Then you can have your phone number here. Let's just put number. Let's just call this number since we are recording this, right? So now you have your phone number, your logo, and your phone number here. So now the next most important thing in a landing page is your hero section. So now this section, your hero section, is the first section that the users see when they come in. So this hero section would contain an image. It depends on the style you want to do. They can be an image here, or they can be an image in between. So landing pages could take different shapes. So let me just draw something here. So take for example, now this is your hero section. You can have your image at this side here, where you have this, and your text to be here, your text to be here, text to be here. So it depends on the kind of distribution you'd want. So yeah. So now when it comes to this hero section, we would have, this is the typical hero section. You'd have your text here, and you'd have your call to action button. So this hero section, for maybe for some certain reason, the reason why they call it an hero section is this is what wins you your leads, wins you your clients, because it's a hero, right? And here you tell them what you want them to do. Say for example, now we're talking about tax accounting. You can say file your tax now, and if there is an offer and you get, let's say, so and so discounts, right? If it applies to you as a business. So now if you are, maybe you are into any other service, this thing, your offer or your description will be here, your header and body text, very high catching. So now once you have this, depending on the shape you want to take, then you're going to now come to the other section. So this, a website is built in sections, right? So now the second section will be about benefits. So now benefits, so same design, right? But this section will be like benefits. What does these guys tend to gain? So the people that are ready to file their tax, what do they tend to gain when they file their tax with you? Very important. Whatever design you want to use here, right? At least state the design. It could be in cards. So what I mean by cards is you could have something like this, where you have box 1 description, description, box 2 description, description, box 3 description, description. So you can have that several here, repeat the same process, repeat the same process. You can have those cards here. It can only be 3 depending, if you don't want to bore your client, but something simple, direct. So this could be images. So this is images, right? So something direct, simple, nothing to make the client bored, and make sure it is attracting at the same time. So now the next thing that we're going to be talking about is, who is this for? So now this section is, who is this for? In your business, we already know, okay, yes, this is an accounting landing page, but tax accounting are being filed to some other persons. You might be in the trucking business, you might be in the football business, coaching business, you may be filing taxes for investment companies, whatever, whoever they are, so that whoever comes here, and if you are running ads, also be very, very careful. This is a very, very important place right now. So even your header, take for example, now you are running an ads for investment companies, like you want to file the tax for investment companies, right? Your header can even state that. So another thing again people get confused is your landing page can be different, meaning depending on your ads budget, depending on your funds, you can have several landing page for different target audience. Say for example that you're running ads directly to investment persons or coaches, right, to help them prepare their tax book and accounting. That landing page would be different for each person. You see why they call it landing pages. So when that person lands there, he knows that that page is for him or her. You get, so that is why who. But if you just don't have the funds to create so many landing pages, you can have one that says who is this for, right, and states all the person. Say you can still use the same box. You can say okay, I do for investment companies, truck business, and whatever business that you file tax for. Same thing for other service business. Who is this landing page for? So now the next thing that we're going to talk about is services. So now, what services are you providing? It might seem a little bit repetitive or something looking like the benefit, but it's slightly different, right? Say for example, now if you are saying, okay, what service you are benefiting from this, I can help you file your tax, do your returns. Well, Nigeria here we are new to the whole tax system, but in US it's actually very very different. They have been doing this for a very long time. So there are different ways, tax returns and so many other things. So you write all the services that you are going to need, and it's very 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 important to have this here. So the person, these just stages for the person to understand the whole process of buying into your business as a tax accounting services. And also, if you can also be one service, it all depends on your target and whatever you want this page to be for. So sometimes you don't make it so complicated, you can just do one service. Or if it's like a general landing page like this, you can state the simple services for that particular client. So the next one is how it works. Yes, most businesses have how it works, right? People want to know, okay, at the end of the day, how does it work, right? When you file your tax or you contact us, we do this, we do that, everything. I don't need to explain much about this. Your how it works has to be simple. So persons may not put this here, right? Another thing again, don't get me wrong. Some persons may not have all this. It just could be the hero section, listing who benefits this, who is for. Sometimes people just have hero section. It all depends. But having this gives it more depth, right? And at each point, there will be a call to action button here, here, so that at any point the person wants to say, okay, I've had enough of you explaining your business to me. I want to buy into your the whole business or services. The person can click on the button. So put that in mind. The next one is social proof. Don't mind my handwriting, right? So social proof. What's a landing page without social proof? So you might be asking, what is social proof? Social proof is like saying what or who has this service been done for before. Like if you have Google reviews, if you have clients who have done client testimonials, if you have user generated content from users who have successfully filed their taxes for past seasons. And if you don't have one, if you have done for some, go to their DM, knock it. It's not easy for businesses to do that, especially shy ones, but it's very, very important to collect social proof. It helps this process. It shows that, oh, after all this talk I have talked, right, I can show you that I have done this for someone, and there's nothing bigger than people I have done this. That's increased the trust by almost 100%, 200%. Okay, so the next one is FAQ. This FAQ here, it depends. Sometimes this FAQ can shoot you in the leg, right? So why I say this is that sometimes there's some questions you would put there and the client may feel like, okay, this person didn't answer this question right. That is why sometimes this is a 50-50. So you can put this or you can put this. Depends on how you just ask or answer questions that are not going to put you in much trouble, right? So that whatever this call will be for, let it be for the frequently asked questions, right? So maybe probably frequently questions like how long does the tax filing processes take? You can say 5 to 7 days. Do I need to pay something upfront? All the kind of frequently question, not a question that would actually cause you more harm than good. So just keep it light, keep it simple. You want them to book a course so that you can talk more, understand, and go to the next process. So the next stage is pricing, right? So this depends, right? Some persons do have pricing, like okay, the stuff is book a quote. Like they will show the prices and they'll be like, maybe your call to action could be book a quotation or get a free consultation. And at the pricing too is get a free consultation. But if your business is very advanced, whereby your pricing is so direct, right? And you have all your pricing, cannot the person pays before, right? But if it's that your idea for your landing page is to collect or book a consultation so that the person will not run away based on so pricing too is another 50-50. But some business has this, and it's not like it's at least whoever sees this and still books, you know that person is more than ready to start. You get so the person understand, okay, oh, this is the price, this is what I'm going to have for a particular price, right? Then if depending on how you want to do it, the person can go directly to pay, but that may defeat this purpose in a way in itself, or you want this to be a consultation. It all depends on your direction, but you need to know what you are doing here. So pricing is 50-50 depending on what your direction is. Some people have it, some people don't have it, but I just put it there because it's also very, very important. Okay, the last but not the least, the booking form page. So, or section. Now, whatever button that the user clicks, it takes them to this booking. Sometimes this could be a pop-up, but sometimes pop-ups are always a problem for trackers, right? So sometimes that's why there is always a booking form at the bottom where you can book. Sometimes the booking form is also here at the hero section. It all depends on where you want to place your booking form, but most of the times the call to action button is always the most important thing. So if you have a very short hero section where there is a hero section, you can have a hero section and you can have your booking form on the left hand side, something that simple. So now in summary, if you want a landing page that converts for a tax accounting service or any other service business, first you have to have your header and footer. Turn it off, especially this footer, nothing there. Then the header, you customize it to have your logo and your phone number. Then you have your hero section that have your description that's coming from your ads or wherever you are sending people from to your landing page. You have your description and you have your body of let's say your body of sub body. Then you have your call to action button. So this is a button that takes people to either a form or wherever you want them to table, ideally to collect leads. Then if there's an image here or a form here, that's going to be what's here. Then you have your benefits, who this landing page is for, the services you're going to provide for them, how it works, social media proof or social proof. You have FAQ, pricing, booking. So if you have any question, leave it in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these videos, you can suggest them in the comment below. And bye for now.